This is Kick Legend. Today we're going to talk about some arm wrench entries and follow-ups. So welcome to Kick Legend. I help you athleticize down and put art to your fight. Here with Mark Stiles at Tracy's KENPO Karate in Clinton Township. And we're talking a little bit about how those of us who are maybe more from the FMA community can get a little arrogant or maybe a little ignorant about thinking that FMA and its associated arts have all the answers, or perhaps more to the point, other arts don't have any of the answers. And Mark here, who has some background in both, I asked him to maybe contrast and show a simple idea that exists in both arts and how he's managed to see it through both lenses.
Absolutely. So in the Kali and PANANTUKAN, a lot of times, if the guy throws a left punch, we'll do the inward gunting and follow with a backhanded gunting to the inside of the right, sometimes switching to this elbow and then going to the arm wrench here. In Kali, we tend to wrench kind of on this dead arm here and pull the opponent forward to nullify being hit with the left arm. So this kind of wrenches him forward here. And then we can follow up with, a step to the zone, take his foot out balance, or whatever follow-up you might choose. Sometimes you see it this way, where they come through and they'll hit and they'll hit and they'll hit, and then again you see this motion here, and then sometimes they'll feed it this way. In the KENPO, you throw wide, you'll do a block. Sometimes they'll follow with a chop, a groin strike, a thumb to the eye, but again, we see the arm wrench, sometimes with the hand bracing, sometimes against the kind of a dead arm. But again, when we pull the opponent out of balance to kind of, again, nullify being hit with the other hand. But this time, we're going to drive the knee to the groin, the rectus femoris here in the leg, or even up into the solar plexus. Sometimes we look at it against an armed opponent, say if the opponent had a stick or a knife or something coming in here. Again, we would try to strike, pull, and then strike. If you look at the KENPO stuff, sometimes you'll see the backhanded gunting, in the Kali stuff, you see the backhanded gunting get fed into kind of like a wrench where when we bring the arm down, we're able to lift it up and over, and we wrench from the outside. In KENPO, a lot of times they'll throw it left-handers. They'll come in and have that same wrench, but from the outside, they're just getting it to it a little bit differently, and then they kind of follow it up in here. So again, we see the arm wrench in KENPO, we see the arm wrench in Kali. They're both similar, sometimes done slightly differently, but oftentimes you see, again, we're just trying to nullify the other arm, or we're trying to get to a body position where we can't get hit by the other hand. So again, in the KENPO to the left, you'll see them here with the wrench here. If that comes, it's coming after I've pulled him up here and then hit for the low shot. If the hand does come, we can always get the wedge in, or maybe even throw the arm away. Again, the outside arm wrench allows us to stay a little bit safer from the right hand and allows us to have access to his back. Where if I'm inside, we've got to look out for that hand. It's right on top of us, so a lot of times we pull him off balance, or we're going to push him off balance to nullify that other hand.
So you see, they're very similar. I noticed while Mark was talking and he has his Muay Thai shirt on, I probably naturally gravitate to something in between, right? Because I like more the knee-like positions, right? So if he comes with the left-right, right, and I get to here and I arm wrench, I'll probably either go forwards, right, or I also like this. Right? But my control might look a little bit more Muay Thai. And it's all the same thing, right? It's just body motion, as Mark was saying earlier.
Nothing new under the sun.
So I want to thank Mark for coming out and, well, actually I'm at his place. I want to thank Mark for welcoming me in here and talking a little bit about his perspective on how all this blends together. And certainly if you're on the east side of Detroit and you're interested in some traditional martial arts, some more modern martial arts, some fight training, fitness, self-defense, make sure you check out Tracy's KENPO Karate. Is that what it's called?
In Clinton Township, Michigan.
I'll put the links in the video description below. In the meantime, this is Kick Legend. Keep your chin down, elevate your striking.